This episode is brought to you by always sounding your best when you're singing in the car shower and then sounding awful when you're out of it.
The car shower?
Car, shower.
Oh.
But I do have a shower in my car. Yeah.
Well, I drive my car shower all the time.
Yeah.
This episode is also brought to you by the new Kia car shower. Or shower car, whichever you prefer.
Ooh, I like shower car.
Shower car works.
Shower car.
This is Real Garbage.
Hello.
Hello. We're back.
This has been, I was just
It's
saying, it's been 8 weeks since we did a podcast. It's been like 8 weeks since it's just been you and I. It's weird.
Wow.
Having all these guests on.
Yeah.
People we don't know.
Yeah.
It's been fun, though. It's been fun,
Yeah.
though. It's been a good time.
But now it's just the gruesome twosome.
Just the two of us. I was singing this when I got home. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Making podcasts in the sky.
Just the two of us.
Ooh, you and I.
You and I.
How are you?
I'm good. It's been a busy one.
Tell me 3 things in your life that are making you happy right now.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's a lot of pressure.
I love that question.
Okay. The fact that I'm going on vacation with my boyfriend next week.
Vegas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of firsts for him, which is so exciting to me. It's his first time on a plane.
What?
Yeah, he's 25. He's never been on a plane before, so he's going to go on 2 planes.
I think I was 25 the first time I flew, so I can't say shit. Yeah.
But yeah, first time going on a plane, first time going to Vegas, first time going on a trip alone with a significant other for both of us.
Ooh, pressure.
Yeah. So I keep joking around. I'm like, we're either going to come back married or separated.
Well, they do say, man, who was it? There was some comedian that said, or some actor that said, if you really want to spend your life with someone, travel with them first. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Because that's an ultimate test. If you get stuck in a fucking airport with a long layover, under stress and pressure, you'll find out about each other for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Who was it said that? Oh, it said if you travel with them and then you survive, then marry them right away. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, like maybe not right away, but eventually.
that's how you know.
Yeah. Ooh, what are you guys going to do in Vegas?
We are going to go see a Cirque du Soleil show.
Which one?
Zoomanity.
The heck is
The
that?
XXX one.
What?
Yeah, there's an R-rated Zoomanity show. Oh, very risque.
Zoo animals?
I don't know.
Like a bestiality type show?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's good. Zoo what? Zoo what?
Zoomanity.
Zoomanity.
Zumanity.
Cool.
And then we're gonna go on the New York roller coaster. We're gonna see Matt Franco, the magician. He won America's Got Talent in like 2014 or 2015. Ooh. And we looked up his routine, like a couple of his auditions and sets on America's Got Talent. And he's the type of musician that made me yell, ew! Like, because it was so, good magic makes me so uncomfortable in a good way because I don't know what's happening or how it's happening. So good magic, I'm just like, ew! How did you do that? Ew! And then we're watching YouTube videos and Brandon's like, please don't yell that when we're actually there. And I'm like, babe, I won't be able to help it.
Yeah, do it if you have to. Just do it.
Like,
follow that impulse.
Just good magic. Just, ew. So I'm really excited. And then we're also going on the High Roller, the biggest Ferris wheel in North America.
How big is it?
I don't know. The biggest.
It's big. It's pretty big.
I haven't looked into it because I'm okay with heights and with stuff like that. But I know that Brandon is a little iffy. So I haven't looked up the height because if I know it, like, you know me when we're doing our podcast, if I know a trivia tidbit.
Well, that's why I'm surprised you don't know how tall it is.
Because
it is exactly 86.2 feet from the bottom to the top of the diameter.
But yeah, I'm not going to find out because if I know, then I'll tell him and then it'll probably freak him out a bit. But we're also going to check out Circus and go on their amusement parks. I want to check out the water park too.
Ooh, water parks are fun.
Our hotel that we're staying in is relatively new, which I'm excited about. So I know that nothing too nefarious has happened yet.
That you know of.
Yeah, that I know of. And
Maybe you'll be the nefarious thing that happens.
Here's hoping.
Well, there was this one couple from Canada
Yeah.
that came in here and just fucked the place up. We still haven't got back to normal since they came here.
But when we were booking our trip, I found out that a lot of pools in Vegas are public pools, even if they're in hotels. So a big deciding factor for booking our hotel was the fact that it's a private pool, which is super cool.
That's interesting to know. So that means if I go to Vegas, I can just pop into most hotels' pools.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, and have drinks because most hotel
Really?
pools are bars. Yeah.
It's good I've never been there, so it's good to know. Speaking of heights, I just hiked have you ever been to the Chief in Squamish?
No.
We hiked it this past weekend. My friend Blake and I. We went and saw Tom Segura do stand-up on Saturday, which was amazing. Our seats were, okay, he bought our tickets from a resale site. So usually you don't know really where the seats are going to be.
Yeah.
And he figured they were, judging by the map, they were right side of the stage, pretty close to the front. They were front row.
Whoa.
We were the last two seats in row B. Row B was like on a curve like this, directly in line with the front row. Tom Segura was 20 feet away from me.
Whoa.
It was amazing. And it was close to the end of his tour, so his set was polished. It was I felt so spoiled. I don't think I could do anything not front row anymore. I'm like, I gotta get seats like this from now on.
I feel that.
But we hiked the Chief the day after in Squamish.
Jeez.
It's you feel like you're a good kilometer off the ground. So you like crawl out to the edge and just put your head over the edge, and it's like 1,000-foot drop down.
Ooh.
Even though 95% of your body is on the rock, you still feel like you're gonna fall off. It's a terrifying feeling. I don't know if you've ever like got vertigo, like where you're just like, oh, I feel like I'm gonna fall off. Like, cause I couldn't stand within 3 feet of the edge because I felt like if the wind just pushes me a little bit, I'm gonna fall.
Oh shit.
Terrifying, but it was so cool. It was exhilarating. It was an amazing hike. We did it in an hour and a half. It was like 2.5 kilometers to the top.
Oh,
of
wow.
like peak 3, and then we came back. Did it all in like 3 hours. I had to stop and smoke a joint up there, of course.
Oh yeah.
You can't not.
No.
I almost forgot. On our way down, he goes, "Wait, hold on, come over here." Like, why? He goes, "We're gonna do something." Oh, that's right. Smoke some weed. That was a good time though. I hadn't been to the mainland in like I said, it's been a little while, a couple weeks. I hadn't been to Vancouver in a while.
Ooh.
That city is the homeless people in Granville. They're just getting out of hand.
I know there's so many of them. I know.
It's gross. They need to find a place to live, find a place to put them. Maybe they just like creep into an open house or something and just stay there. Like this weirdo in this movie. Oh my God.
The tie back. Wow.
I'm like, how can I tie this into this movie?
Some of these are so good. Like some of our tie backs.
I'm getting better. I'm getting craftier with them. Like, I'm going to tie this in to introduce this terrible movie.
Yeah,
This
that was good.
This was your idea. This
It
movie.
was. Okay, so it was my idea because this is something that I've seen on Netflix for ages. It's a Netflix original. So in my mind, I had assumed it's going to be good. I'm going to save this movie to watch like when I'm hanging out with friends or when like Brandon and his brothers want to watch a movie together. And then when we decided we were going to do an episode, just the two of us finally again, I Googled like shittiest movies on Netflix or something, or movies on Netflix with the lowest Rotten Tomatoes score. This movie had 8%
from the viewers, 23% from the
critics,
and
which
it got a 3.3 out of 10 on IMDb. It was made in 2018.
2 out of 3 of those scores were deserved. The 3.5 out of 10 and the 8%. I don't know. I don't know why the critics gave this 23 or whatever, because even that was too high.
I can say that I can see the reason they gave it the score was because the cinematography was actually really good.
Yeah.
I did appreciate how it was shot. There's some shots I was like, this is kind of stupid. But I did appreciate the majority of the filming in this. And the sound editing was pretty good.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I enjoyed about it. I have never, ever watched a movie that has tried to build tension so many times for nothing.
I know.
I don't know how many times I went, oh, something's going to happen. Oh, for fuck's sakes.
I know.
Really?
Nothing.
Nothing. Like,
And then there's no, like, I'll get into this more deeply later, but there was just no chemistry between the mother and son, supposedly. And there was a little bit of chemistry with the son and the father. Like a
bit, but that was only for the first 3 minutes of the movie.
Yeah. But this movie just did not at all make me empathize or sympathize with the characters or hello?
Really? Turn your alarm off.
Or like make me give a shit about what happened to them.
No, I didn't care about these people at all.
No.
Because like so we open up. All right, let's just get right into this.
Yeah.
Opening shot is this kid Logan running.
Yeah.
His running, I couldn't watch it.
It literally
he's making a weird face.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are you running like that?
It sounded like he was having sex.
Now, he's supposedly is running fast enough to qualify for Olympics, according to his dad.
Yeah, 5:07.
His
but
running,
how long was
his running technique was garbage.
I know, he was like,
He was flailing.
Yeah.
He was flailing. He was running. I've seen people like this run all the time. Like, are you going to fall apart if you just untighten your core for a second? Just hit the ground. His running was atrocious.
I know.
His running sounds were worse.
Yep.
His face was the worst. This was like, this is okay. Like within the first minute, I'm going, oh, I know what we're in for in this movie. Thankfully, I watched it on the ferry.
so
and
you were stuck. You
Yeah,
had no
I'm like,
other
well, I
choice.
got nothing else to do. Blake's sleeping. I'm just gonna. Oh, I saw orcas.
Really?
Finally, for my first time in 9.5 years living out here.
Whoa!
I saw orcas. It was a whole fucking pod.
Oh!
I had my headphones on, and some people came over. There was a family sitting across from us. Like, oh, there's whales outside. I'm like, slide my headphones off. Going, what? What are you guys talking about? They're like, there's orcas apparently off this. She goes, it's the right side, the starboard, whatever they said. No, I'm like, that's right side. She goes, yeah, apparently there's orcas. They said. I'm like, I'm gonna go check it out and take a little break from this horrible movie. It's an hour in, I went outside, and yeah, there's just fucking like 7 or 8 orcas just breaching the water every 10 seconds. I'm like,
Hell yeah.
It was amazing. It was so cool. So I was like, okay, this is awesome. Then I came back to finish off this piece of shit. So we meet the dad right off bat. He's timing his son.
Yeah.
And they go inside, and she's looking at overdue bills. So we don't know where this movie's set.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know why they're in such dire straits. Like,
Yeah.
is it a job shortage? Is there no work? Because she's like, I'm looking for a job too.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but we could find a job anywhere tomorrow if we got fired from our jobs.
Yeah.
You could go
You
work at
can-
McDonald's for
Yep.
$17 an hour.
Yep.
Night shift.
Yeah.
$16 an hour if you want to do day shift.
Yep. Or
you
Tim
can
Hortons,
move
like-
up to fucking management real quick in McDonald's making $25 an hour.
Yeah.
It's not the most glamorous thing, but there are places to get jobs.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're like, oh, we can't pay our bills, and like the house was a moderate size house.
Yeah, it was like a bungalow.
It was like a two bedroom, 1 bathroom type thing, 1,000
Yeah.
square feet. That's probably wherever. I'm guessing it was in Oregon
No,
because they said they were from California.
yeah, they said they were from California, which I think that means where they were living was California, and then they moved to that lake house or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
they had to take the house
thing.
because when they left. Okay, hang on, we're getting to.
Okay, so they're looking at they're looking at overdue bills, and then so the first interaction that this kid has inside his house, I already hated this movie, and it's so trivial, but it's a personal thing. It's personal vendetta. You don't put your contact lenses in dry contact holders, and you don't grab your glasses by the fucking lenses. No!
Why did they do the close-up contact lens removal?
Pulling
shot?
out, I know.
2 of them.
Yeah.
2 of them.
I had to watch this kid go into his eyeball and take out contacts. That was an unnecessary shot.
Twice.
Like
Twice.
Yeah, and literally just like you could have filmed it a different way and still let us know that he needed glasses.
Yeah, and really, they do that, and then they only touch on that one more time.
Yep.
Later on.
At the very end.
Yeah, I'm like, well, it's not really foreshadowing for anything.
No.
It's absolutely unnecessary. Like, okay,
yeah.
just have him take his like he said, take his contacts out, put his glasses on. Yeah. There, we know he needs glasses.
Exactly. Or have one of his parents be like, "Oh, got to get you more contacts," or something like back like
because
passing mentioning it.
His bad eyesight doesn't come into the movie at all,
No.
except for the last 3
Yeah,
minutes.
it doesn't come into play. It doesn't affect the story in any way.
No.
Like,
It seemed like there was a lot of that in this movie. Unnecessary. Oh,
yeah,
and
unnecessary shots.
and that right there.
Oh, yeah.
I watched this with closed captioning on.
Same.
How many times did we see
Sigh.
Logan sighs? Logan breathes in, breathes out. There was even a scene. I'm getting ahead of myself. There was a scene when they get to the new house, and she's on the phone. She answers the phone call from creepy fucking neighbor.
Yeah.
And that she can hear her sighing from upstairs. Well, we just got settled in. Oh, that's really tough.
Yeah. I know. This, like, half the
Too
dialogue
many
was
sighs.
sighing.
It was sighing and the ticking clock
Yep.
in the living room.
And, okay, so this, like, oh, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Okay, all right, hold on.
So they
Let's
go
go
to
back
the
to-
store.
Yeah, okay. Yes, that's where we're going. The store next. So, yeah, you want to come to the store? Because the dad drops a whole carton of eggs like an idiot.
I
What is he,
know.
on drugs?
Yeah, like,
Shaky
why?
motherfucker. Drops the eggs, and then he's like, hey, listen, let's go. I go to the store. You want to come with me? Sure. She's like, get milk, too.
Yeah.
Like, it's like the most important thing in the world.
Yeah,
Just the way she
get
goes,
milk.
Get milk, too.
Okay.
There's-
And then he
okay.
doesn't get milk.
No. No, he does, but we don't see it.
No,
I
he
don't know if
doesn't.
does.
He doesn't grab it.
Really?
Because the eggs are above the milk, and he grabs the eggs, and then he leaves.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, see, he didn't even get the... Okay. So they stop at the store, and he goes, are you coming in? He's like, no, I'm going to stay.
Mm-hmm.
So the dad leaves. How old's this kid? He's probably like 17.
Yeah, I think so.
He
Yeah.
goes, okay. He goes, bring me something.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, we'll see. Like, what? What do you mean just bring me something?
Bring me something.
What are you? You're 17 years old. What do you want, a surprise from dad?
Yeah.
You
Like,
fucking child.
do you want a surprise goodie bag?
Here, I got you some eggs.
Yeah.
You piece of shit.
So
And
weird.
this Logan kid is one note to the whole movie.
I know.
Except for
No
the
emoting.
fight they have.
Yeah.
It's the only time. Yeah, like you mentioned no chemistry between the two of them.
Yeah.
It wasn't. So, yeah, they're waiting outside, and they listen to that stupid song.
Yeah.
That terrible, terrible song. And the dad gets run over.
Yeah, he gets plowed down.
We don't know who runs him over.
Nope.
Why he got run over. Was the guy drunk? There's no...
No,
no...
there's a brief
Oh, he had a heart attack.
passing at the funeral. He had a heart attack. But other than that, we don't find out who he is. We don't find out.
No.
Like, he doesn't matter to the story.
No.
Like, why not just have had the dad have a heart attack? Because this guy, like, it was more unnecessary, like, filming and exposition. Like,
Yeah, dad just should have had a heart attack right outside the store. That would have made more sense.
yeah, I will say when he went into the store without his son, I wrote down and then crossed out when he got run over. I was saying predicted store will be robbed, dad will be shot.
Oh, that would have been better.
Yeah.
That would have been better.
Yeah.
And then, no, I was going to say the killer could have been the guy that shot him.
Yeah.
But no, it's worse than that.
True.
So then we got the funeral. I made a comment. Allie's black dress
Yeah.
was not really funeral appropriate. It was
No.
very short. Very short. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
It's got the profile view there. I was like, who's this lady in the black dress?
And then why was
me.
Logan just hanging out in the bathroom? You have a room. You're not living in a
Yeah.
big house. You have a bunch of people in your house and you're just sitting on the floor of your bathroom. Like, where are your guests going? Like, you have a room. Just go chill out there. You're probably going to be bothered more. Take it up the bathroom.
Everybody has to pee. And like, no, Logan's in there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah. Like, go in the yard. Logan's in there.
So this Allie girl offers the house up to the house that they have in the, and they don't mention where it is. Do they?
No, they don't.
So there's no mention of where
Go to
we
the
are
mountain house or
geographically.
whatever.
I feel like it was Oregon. It makes sense that it was Oregon because
Yeah.
it seemed like kind of a foresty area.
And it was
Pacific
cold.
Northwest. Yeah. And they said they're from California.
Also, they never said like what time of the year it was, but
Christmas.
yeah, it's Christmas because they were playing Christmas music. But again, no establishing the plot or the characters or where they're located.
And they're obviously not Christmas people because they don't set up lights or a Christmas tree or exchange gifts or
Yeah.
anything like that.
Yeah.
Talk about Christmas.
Yeah,
Nothing. This movie just lacked so many details.
I know. So
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So they go to the mountain house and it's huge. And when the mountain house is offered up, it's literally just this lady being like, oh, stay at our house. And I'm like, who are you? And then we find out way later in the movie that was her sister. And I'm like, again, no relationships. This doesn't feel like a familial relationship. How is that your sister when you're like barely speaking?
There's no chemistry between any characters in this movie.
And it was like the people in this movie couldn't act because the one of the parents dying is such a popular trope in movies, and there was just no grief.
None.
It was
None.
I halfway through the movie when they're living in the mountain house, I found myself thinking like, oh, she's going through a divorce. Oh wait, no, her husband died. No,
They never cried. They never talk about it. They never talk about it at all.
And here's the thing. The dad literally died in front of his son's face. And there's no therapy. Mind you, we see that they're in dire straits, but still, his mom isn't actively like, are you okay? Especially because he's in school. He's in high school. But I guess it's, yeah. But there's like guidance counselors in school. You don't pull them out. Like,
yeah, there was, it seemed like they really wanted to focus on the main idea they had from this movie, which was the open house murderer, which we're getting to. But before so when they left their house, there was a for rent sign outside. So did they own that house or were they renting there? Are they renting their house out? There's no mention of that. Because that right there, if you rent that place, that's a rentable house for $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
That's income right there.
Yeah.
You're staying at your sister's place for free. You should be doing okay.
yeah.
But she couldn't pay the bill for breakfast and her son had to.
Yeah.
So they're flat fucking broke.
Yeah.
Why isn't she trying to get a job?
I know. And then she was really upset that her son had birthday or Christmas money from her sister. Like there's a line between pride and, like refusing like pity money or something, but that's
It's family. Let them pay for shit.
yeah, like you just lost your husband, you're in dire straits. Apparently he left you with nothing, which is another note I made. Like this is the States where regardless of whether your movie is a work of fiction or fact, it's just like accidents happen and healthcare in the States isn't free. So why the fuck didn't he have life insurance?
Yeah. Well, she did mention later when they finally had their fight and there was some emotion that he was the reason that they were left in that state. He's the reason that we're here and we're broke and this and that. Maybe he had a gambling problem. But again,
They don't elaborate.
mention this. Like that, give us some details. That was my biggest problem with this whole movie. There was no details to anything. There was no elaboration on anything. Oh, and they're driving out to this house and they almost hit somebody in the road.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's the murderer. He's out there. She swerves around, almost hits him, and they stop. I don't know about you, but if I'm driving down the middle of a creepy ass road, a place I don't know, and some asshole standing in the middle of the road, like a serial killer, and I look back and he's gone, I'm not going to sit there and look around for him.
Nope.
I'm going to floor
Bye.
it and be gone. But they're
Yep.
like, oh, where is he? Hold on. I'm expecting him. And this is another thing. I'm expecting him to show up and scare them.
Yeah.
What was the guy doing?
I know. What's the point?
Like, it was a pointless scene.
And also, the fact that she almost hit him doesn't make sense because it was her son in the passenger side looking for her phone. So she was driving. Like, how did you not see him?
She's going through grief, I guess. She wasn't
Apparently.
focused on the road. But she's like looking at the floor like, what do you mean? You can't find it? Oh my God. It's totally looking away from the road like a jackass. And then we meet creepy Kathy Bates,
Yep.
the weird ass neighbor.
Yeah, Martha.
Martha, that we see 3 times through the whole movie
Yeah.
and 4 times through the whole movie. Her character is fucked. She's lost her husband. She's going through Alzheimer's, I think the one guy says.
Yeah, or dementia.
Yeah,
One of those.
something like that. And she forgets that her husband is dead. And she
Yeah.
has these wicked mood swings, which I'm like, okay, maybe she's the murderer.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe she's the murderer. But she's not. Like, it's another unnecessary character.
Yeah.
Who plays a small bit part, doesn't really drive the story forward at all. Shows up with banana bread one day and is like, I brought you banana bread. My husband and I are going to come over later. So I thought you said her husband was dead. She's like, why would I say that? And then she just leaves.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck was the point of this?
And if people are living with like Alzheimer's or dementia, they're not living by themselves untaken care of.
No.
Like,
It's ridiculous. The house is huge too, by the way.
uh-huh.
Like, it's a lot of house. And he's like, oh my God, it's the hugest. It's the biggest. She's like, no, we leave it to Allie to have the biggest house on the block. So then it also has the medieval creepy basement downstairs.
Yeah, like
Which-
the wine cellar.
So he's down there with a flashlight and he's looking. What did he see?
I don't know.
As I was watching this on my phone, so I couldn't really see that well. But he looks down the hallway and goes, oh, and freaks out. But I'm like,
Yeah.
what did he see? We don't know what he saw. So he just runs out of there. Do you know what it was? It was
I
something
don't-
at the end of the hall.
Yeah, no. I
I
was thinking of
couldn't-
a different scene.
I couldn't tell what it was. It was weird.
Maybe it was a mirror.
So then we get to there's a night scene. They're sleeping there for the first night, I think, and he wakes up, goes outside. There's a car just idling, honks and drives away.
That always pisses me off in movies. When you hear a noise, you go and A, just walk outside wherever the noise is and investigates, and B, leave your door wide open. It always happens. And I'm like, I don't even leave my bedroom door open when I go to the bathroom. Like, you don't leave your goddamn front door open after hearing a scary noise.
And I wouldn't even. Oh yeah, he didn't walk. He walked outside after. He was inside looking through the blinds.
Oh, yeah.
The car honked and drove away. Again, that never gets revisited
Nope.
at the end, but it's different. And then he walks outside and Martha's out there. And Martha's like, what are you doing on my property?
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. And he's like, we live here. And she's like, "Whoa." She freaks out and runs
Yeah.
away. I'm like, okay, so Martha's crazy
Okay, great.
or she's sleepwalking. Either or. It's just the pace of this movie was just so weird.
I know. Literally nothing was organized and made sense.
So then they have the first open house.
Yeah.
And so she sets it up like they slept in. He slept in. It's like, oh, we got to get out of the house in 5 minutes. What are you doing over there?
Oh my God.
It's cool. It's okay. It's durable. But so they have the open house. They have to leave, and the open house lady, the realtor, and her partner seem really shady.
Yeah. Like, I don't understand why they have to leave for an open house.
I can understand that. You just want the realtor and people to just be able to walk around.
True.
Like, you won't want the people living in the house to be at the open house.
I guess, but I mean, I am a really untrusting person. So if I were selling my house, I'm also a very realistic person. I know that like having my house open to the public, some sketchy people and scary people might come in. So there's no way, like, it's not that I don't trust the realtor. It's just there's no way I am leaving my property for a group of strangers to just rifle around my house. If you're uncomfortable, like, I would not, if I were buying a house, I would not be uncomfortable with the owner of the house being there because I don't have any ill intentions. I don't have the intention to break something, to snoop, to steal. So if you're uncomfortable with the owner of the house being there when you're looking at it, that's weird to me.
I don't know realty.
I don't
estate sales. So I'm not sure how it works. I don't know if we're like hitting the nail on the head or we're like, no, you guys are totally wrong.
Yeah, a realtor's
Nobody's
listening and they're
ever
like,
there.
listen here.
You guys are fucking misinformed. You're wrong. But then so they kick him out, have the open house, and we see the apparent murderer.
Yeah, just the
step
boot.
into the house, just boots, boom, boom, and then nothing.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool. Then we get he's Christmas shopping. They meet the black dude that works at the Christmas place, and the kid's like, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go now. We're leaving.
Like,
The kids-
okay.
So I started to think, like, is this kid this is like a Norman and Norma Bates type
Yeah,
relationship with these two?
honestly.
Because if there is a point where she's like, do you want to sleep in here tonight? And I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
You're
Norma,
like,
this is
inappropriate.
creepy. So yeah, he's overprotective of her. Understandably, you just lost your dad. But they don't say how long ago it was.
No,
We don't know how long it's been. There's no
Nope.
time frame.
no.
It might have been last week.
Yeah.
So they should be just grief stricken.
Yeah.
Which they aren't.
And then, so we find out it's Christmas by a Christmas song playing in the shop. So I said, like, it's Christmas time? Where do they live? Oh, they had mentioned they lived in Cali. Where are they now? If it's Christmas time, can't they return their gifts that were purchased to get money back? So you could have fucking money? Like, I know usually return policies are exchange or store credit, but if you went into a store and said, look, I need this money. My husband just fucking died and didn't leave me anything. I think they do a cash return.
She could just go on Facebook Marketplace and sell stuff too.
Yeah.
Or she could, it's Christmas time. She could walk into any store and go, hey, need extra help? I need a job. Like, there's no mention of her trying to find a job.
I know. She says herself like once or twice that
I'm
she's
looking for work too.
Yeah. Like, okay. Looking where?
Looking very hard.
Yeah.
Logan can get a job. He's 17.
Yeah,
I worked at 7-Eleven when I was 17.
Yeah, I had a job when I was 17.
So then we get to, they're watching like a movie or a TV in the living room.
Mm-hmm.
And this scene was like, this movie
So
was just
dumb.
full of cheap scare tactics.
Mm-hmm.
So
Without any payoff.
no, none.
Like,
none.
I would much rather have a cliched jump scare that was actually a jump scare than something that's trying to lead up to a scare and then nothing happens. Oh my God.
Hold on. We need to tilt that thing down and then you can spin it up. Hang on.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on. Don't crank against the tension.
Got it. Ha ha.
Good? Okay. Never mind it.
Gucci.
You're fine.
Grab
So, yeah,
these.
because like she walks away to go to the kitchen and then he walks away and then a door opened.
Yeah,
And then-
basement door opened and then shut. And also, that's a loud ass door. How did neither of you hear it creak open so slowly? He's in the kitchen. And this house is all stone and hardwood. Sound travels. It's not like you're in a carpeted insane asylum.
These two are just oblivious to shit.
I know.
Then he gets himself some cereal and hold on. They get back. They get
so
back. They get back after the open house. And
Yeah.
Ed, I think his name is Ed, the partner of the real estate agent.
Oh.
Is like super jumpy.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure everything's locked up and everything's good. I'm just gonna leave now.
Yeah.
Leaves the door wide open.
I know. And
But
then
I'm like, why is he acting so fucking weird? Does he know someone's in there?
Yeah.
Is he in cahoots with the killer?
but we don't know.
No.
And then the kid, I did make a point. I'm like, Logan has a good point. I would about open houses and how weird they are. I would check everywhere too.
Yeah.
Like,
Even the medieval basement.
yep. Also, speaking of that medieval basement, I guess it just doesn't have lighting at all.
None.
At all, ever. No windows, no
Zero lights.
lighting, no electricity.
Flashlights only. And matches.
Yeah. And so he goes and plugs in his phone and then he gets cereal and then he comes upstairs and his phone is gone and he goes into the bathroom to ask his mom if
He's eating cereal in his bedroom first.
Yeah.
Fully clothed for some reason.
yeah. And
I always eat my
so
cereal
weird.
naked.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm always in when I'm in my bedroom, it's naked time. Like-
Naked cereal time.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Goes to the
Goes-
bathroom.
And okay, so upon thinking about my bathroom, my boyfriend's bathroom, your bathroom, my grandparents' bathroom, and every bathroom I've ever been in, the mirror is opposite the shower.
Yep.
And he came in and was like, the shower was on the right and he was looking to like the left, but the mirror is to the left. So you for sure saw your mom's ass.
Shower
For
ass.
sure. And then later on in the scene, like he goes and looks for his phone and he can't find it anywhere. And then he goes downstairs and his bowl of cereal's moved downstairs. At that point, I would have been like, bye.
At that point, I thought
did
they
not-
had passive aggressive ghosts.
Yeah,
who were just
I
messing with them.
yeah, totally. I thought, okay, it's a supernatural thing. And then his mom screams and the music swells and I'm like, oh, here we go. And then he bursts in there and he sees his mom. Like, for sure, he saw her bush. For
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
And she was like, Logan!
Oh, yeah, because she screamed because the hot water was gone.
Yeah,
What? Oh, man. So, like, what?
because the pilot light got blown out.
So now I'm thinking, yeah, I thought it was supernatural. I'm like, okay,
Yep.
maybe it's a ghost turning the pilot light off.
Yeah.
And then moving the cereal bowl and
Yep.
opening and closing doors.
Yeah.
But we find out later it's an actual dude.
It's a man.
It's a
yeah.
man. So like a week goes by because there's 2 open houses. And she says there's only open houses on Sunday.
Yeah.
So they have another open house a week later. That guy's been in there for a week.
Yeah.
What the fuck has he been eating?
I know.
He has to go to the bathroom. They haven't seen him?
No. And then, like, she goes downstairs to relight the pilot light. Why would you go down in a towel?
Goes down in a towel with a flashlight.
Yep.
She turns the flashlight off while she lights the match for the pilot light. Why would you do that?
I know.
You're in an unknown house. in a freaky ass basement built of stone.
Yeah, like
with
a catacomb.
with no lights.
Yeah.
I would want 3 flashlights.
Yep.
I'd want all the
I'd
flashlights.
want a headlamp.
Yeah. I'm not turning off shit.
No.
To be in the dark by myself in an unknown fucking space.
And then she lights,
that.
this shot was cool. She lights the match and you see like darkly illuminate of the guy's face.
Do you actually?
Yeah.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah. I had to
Wow.
max brightness my computer.
Yeah, see, I didn't see it
but
on my phone at all. I was like,
yeah, you
weird.
see it. And then I was like, oh shit. Like, I was like, it's the dude.
So what was up? What was this guy's deal? Like, why did he wait a week?
I know.
If you're a murderer, if you're an open house murderer,
Yeah.
just
like,
fucking do it.
It
Get
didn't-
in there and kill him the first night.
yeah.
Why waste time?
And
You want
like-
to kill as many people as you can. Jump from open house to open house. Maybe he's jacking off in the basement or something.
yeah, it doesn't
they
make sense.
Moving a cereal bowl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn the hot water off. Ugh.
And like, also, she goes down, fixes the pilot light, and and then she goes and talks to her son, and she's still in a towel. She's in a towel for like 10 minutes, and I'm like, put some clothes on or a robe.
It's a Bates Motel type thing here. I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
And then,
They're fucking.
they get a knock on the door, and it's Chris, the shop owner guy.
Oh.
And he's like, hey, I missed the open house. Can I come in and take a look around? And she's like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, say no. You don't know him.
Yeah, he's some unknown dude.
Are
I
you
thought maybe he
kidding?
was the killer.
Yeah, same. Because
little too
when
friendly.
he came in and took off his shoes when he was sleeping over, his shoes were the same shoes of the guys.
Were they?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So I was like, oh, it's him. It's totally him. Wow. See right through this. So easy. And then, nope, he sleeps over. And then Logan gets woken up in the middle of the night. He goes downstairs. The front door is wide open. And his car with the hazards are on. And he goes out and looks at the car again. Stupid, leaving your goddamn door open, checking shit out. That's already weird. And then Chris is in the front seat somehow with his throat slit.
Yeah, that's another
And
weird
Logan's
thing.
like shakes him and is like, Chris. And I'm like, are you kidding?
Like, who is this killer? How did he Chris was a big dude.
Yeah.
Just he knocked him out, carried him out into the car, put him in the car, started the
how
car,
is
slit his
this all
throat.
silent?
Yeah, nobody hears.
Because he was on the couch.
Because there's another part, so we're jumping ahead a little bit. But he shows up. Chris shows up, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm looking to upgrade my house. And I'm like, this is a lot of house for one person with no
Yeah.
kids and no wife.
Yeah.
So you're obviously just trying to bang. You're just trying to fuck.
Yeah.
So
Fuck boy.
there was a point where it's 40 minutes in, Logan's having a flashback. Does he
Oh,
remember
yeah.
his dad? Was it his dad?
Yeah.
Because it had been a while. And I was like, I can't remember what his dad
Yeah.
looks like. So he didn't get to see him a lot.
Yeah.
I thought maybe he was picturing the guy that ran him over or something.
No,
but-
his dad.
yeah, I forgot about that whole heart attack thing.
Yeah. And
It's
then
just so convoluted.
the hot water tank keeps breaking, and then she's talking to her sister on the phone, and more background. She says,
Another shower scene.
I was married to a plumber for 16 years. I think I know when something's broken. So plumbers make good money.
Yeah.
Like it's a trade, or basically a trade. So how the hell do you not have any money? There's no explanation. If you had a gambling problem or
Yeah, they should have said that. Oh, he gambled it all away.
Yeah.
Done. There we go. We have the explanation.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
and then like Logan just becomes so mean towards his mom, and he's like, I hate you. I wish it were you. Like,
Oh, yeah, 'cause
like,
this is where
they have
she
a
finds
fight.
his phone downstairs
oh
and is like,
yeah, you're
what's your
playing
phone?
around
How
with
did
me.
he not? And here's another thing. We are so attached to our
Yeah.
phones. If you lose your phone,
I would not forget about it.
Yeah.
I'd be calling that shit every day until the battery died. They both have iPhones too.
Yeah,
Hello,
find my iPhone.
Find my fucking iPhone.
it does work.
Yeah.
But that seems so silly. I'm like, there's no way that if I lost my phone tonight, there's no way I wouldn't be looking for it until I found it.
Yep.
I'm like, this is a fucking, I don't know how many $100 phone.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm like,
This isn't a
I'm just not
Nokia
gonna
brick.
worry about it for 4 days.
Yeah.
No, you
No.
want your phone. So the fact that he just let that go, I'm like, come on, that's not realistic.
No.
People these
nothing
days
was.
don't just lose their phone and fucking just not look for it. So then there's a night, you see a point of view shot, but I'm like, whose point of view is it?
Oh,
Unless it
yeah.
was
We don't know.
No, we never know.
And there were so many like random filler shots of like the sky and trees. And I'm like, this isn't necessary.
And ticking clocks in
Yeah.
the dark. Like, I don't know how many times they use that tick.
I know.
Tick in
Like,
the,
what?
in the living room.
Okay, it's a metaphor. Their time is counting down.
But was like I don't even
But
know.
how and why?
Yeah. Ugh.
And-
There's a reason this got 8%.
So they had their fight before Chris died. I forgot. So they had their fight, and then Chris came over, slept over because spookies kept happening. Then Chris died.
Yeah.
But during this fight, like Logan had a point. He was like, I saw my dad die, and you haven't once asked me, how are you doing?
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's true. But then he goes ape shit and is like, I hate you. I wish it were you. Like,
Pretty harsh.
That's pretty fucking harsh. Like, you're not 11 years old or younger where you can't comprehend, death. You're 17 and you should have enough self-awareness to know that, like, yeah, you lost your dad, but your mom lost her husband.
Mm-hmm.
And
No consideration.
no. And like,
Did he ask her how she was doing?
exactly. It goes both ways, Logan.
Logan sounded like a full-grown man.
I know.
Whoa, I wish it was you that died.
I know.
Oh my God. Blah, blah, blah.
Literally, I said, oh my God, you turd, apologize. And then I said, Chris has the same boots as Mystery Guy. And then I said, front door open. What the fuck, Chris? Oh shit. Bye, Chris.
Oh, hang on. We're still getting ahead of ourselves. We keep getting ahead of ourselves.
I know.
Because then there's a night shot. There's a night scene where Logan's glasses they go missing.
Oh yeah.
And he goes to the bathroom, comes back, and the dude's just standing he's a silhouette in the door frame. I'm like, well, like, what is this guy doing?
I know.
He's just jacking off.
Yeah, like, are you a lurker? Like, there's no explanation.
Yeah, because if you're a murderer, just murder the people.
Yeah.
Don't wait.
And
Don't live for a week in the basement.
No, and if you're the type of murderer that is like extra psychopathic and like thrives on torturing and like humiliating your victims like so many serial killers do, you don't just stand there silently for a week not doing anything.
Moving cereal bowls around and
Yeah.
opening and closing doors.
Yeah.
So I thought it was ghosts.
Yeah, same.
Fucking ghosts. It would have been better if it was ghosts.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a haunted house
Same.
than this stupid movie.
Yeah.
So let me see him running again. Oh, yeah. Okay. He's out for a run. Throws
yeah.
up. Throws up. So they don't even explain why he's getting sick. He
I
gets
know.
sick on a run. He's like he's a professional runner.
Yeah.
Oh, the high altitude, I guess. So they're in the mountains now.
Oh yeah.
And Martha just shows up out of the bush. Martha's just everywhere. She's like, oh, what's going on? Oh, you're throwing up? Oh, I'll walk you home. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it. And then walks him. And then the mom shows up. It's like, oh, what happened to him? Like there's something going on. Just like, oh, why would you
know.
ask what happened to him? And they're just walking.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, he's like, I threw up. Blah, blah, blah. Then they get the plumber over. So the plumber shows up. We don't even see him in the doorway, which I felt was a really weird shot. And he sounded black. I'm like, what is this? Is a black plumber in black? Where are they? What store is this? Or
Yeah.
what place is this?
Yeah. I
Seems
was
like
like, or
very
is the
diverse
store
city.
owner the
Well,
plumber too?
I thought maybe they're not even going to pay this guy because they don't see him on camera.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, yeah, hot water tank's down. He's like, oh, yeah, down in the basement. Ha, ha, ha. Doesn't warn him about the broken step they haven't fixed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that. He kept stepping over that broken step. I'm like, probably warn that guy. Hey,
Yeah.
broken step down in the basement. Careful. Oh, there's no lights either.
Yeah.
You'll need flashlights. And he comes up and says, oh, this is what's wrong, blah, blah, blah. And I found a phone. I'm like, okay. And that's why I said, how do you lose his fucking phone for days? And then we've already talked about the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Then more cheap scares, blah, blah,
Oh yeah.
blah.
Then their house gets broken into.
Oh, yeah. And they set the table. They break
Yeah.
in and set the table.
Yeah. At that point, I'd be like, bye.
And this is after the second open house, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the owner, the sister calls and says, I got a report that the house has been broken into. Who reported it? Where were the
Yeah.
police? Why were the police not at the house
Yeah.
when they got there? There's no cops. There's no person who reported the break-in.
I know.
There's no
like,
explanation of it.
if your alarm's going off with ADT or whatever, like
Somebody's going to show up.
yeah, you have like 5 minutes or whatever before cops show up. But they had to call the police, and then the police were like, oh, your house was broken into and you walked in and your table was set? Oh, it's nothing.
Yeah, the cops showed up after. Like they got there and then they called the cops, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm like, why weren't the police just there?
I know.
Like if the place got broken into, a report was sent.
Yeah.
So that made no sense.
No. And this is a small town.
And the cops are like, it's
Apparently.
probably just kids.
Like,
Probably just the kids. I'm like, what?
yeah, kids would set the table.
I'd break in and smash shit.
Yeah, kids would break in and wreck things.
So at this point, we're an hour in, and we still know nothing. I made a point of that. I'm like, it's an hour in, we know nothing.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know who's in the house. We don't know who's fucking with them.
We don't know why.
We don't know if Martha's ever gonna come back over.
We don't know where they are.
just so fucking. I wrote down 4 or 5 times. They're both dead in quotations question mark, or they're cursed. Maybe they got run over too. Maybe it's the dad's ghost. Maybe it's the dad.
Oh yeah,
Like maybe the dad's just fucking with him or something.
Yeah.
So that was really weird. But I'm like,
Surprise,
hey, it'd be
I'm
a cool
alive.
twist.
Yeah,
Like I thought at one point he was gonna be like, "Hello, son."
yeah, yeah. And he
Didn't
like
happen, though.
staged his death for life insurance money or something.
But they didn't even get it.
No.
Oh, yeah, at this point, that's when she's like, "Hey, do you want to sleep in here tonight?"
Yeah,
So this is approaching the end of the movie.
yeah. And then that's when Chris sleeps over.
Yeah, he shows up and he's like Logan's like, "Oh, I phoned him.
Yeah.
I felt bad." And then they wander around outside looking for stuff
Mm-hmm.
and talk, get to know each other.
Yeah.
And then we get to so he wakes up in the middle of the night and then this is fucked. This is so stupid. So she gets photos developed that she took of her camera roll.
Mm-hmm.
And she even says that to someone, I think to Chris, because like, "Oh, I got photos developed," when they run into each other somewhere in town. She doesn't even look at them until the middle of the night while she's half asleep.
I know.
So
Why?
the killer kills Chris, gets him out to the car, kills him. There's no blood anywhere, like in the house. So he got him outside and
Yeah.
then slit his throat.
And then
Started the car and turned the hazard lights on.
and then knocks out Logan when he goes to see.
Covers him with cold water. So this is like another thing. You don't know how long the kid's going to be out cold for.
Mm-hmm.
His whole idea was to soak him with water so he freezes to death outside.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's what it was.
Allegedly.
And then he goes and lays in his mom's bed.
just lays
Mom-
there.
His mom doesn't notice.
No.
She gets up, goes to the bathroom, comes back, doesn't notice still.
Yeah.
Lays back down and goes, "Oh, look, my pictures." And starts going through the photos and notices photos of her while she's asleep.
Yeah.
And then looks over and goes, "Ah!" Because
Yeah,
there he
she's
is.
like Logan. Yeah.
Oh, this is, how dumb are you?
I know.
Like,
And then this was brutal. Like he full on punches her in the face and you see it. And I'm like, that was unnecessary.
it was harsh.
That was so
That's when
unnecessary.
she was tied up, right?
Yeah, that too, the second one. And he ties her up in some, like, it looks like baby's room.
And with terrible rope.
Yeah. And then he, like,
Starts breaking her fingers.
Yeah,
Why? Like, he's not saying anything.
I know.
He's just snapping her fucking
Yeah.
fingers.
I will say, I really did appreciate that they didn't do the whole, like, I'm going to rape you thing.
I think he was going to, though. Felt like he was going to. Maybe not.
It definitely felt like it was going to happen, but when it didn't happen, I was like, okay, good. Like,
So she gets on the floor. He leaves her a knife.
Yeah.
Why does the killer leave her a knife? Puts it on the ground next to her and then walks away.
I know.
Like, this just seemed like the most careless killer ever.
Yeah,
Like, it just seemed like it was maybe his first time.
maybe.
Wasn't really sure what
Or
he was
if
doing.
he's like trying to play with them, like free yourself just so I can kill you.
That's
after.
what I thought.
Yeah.
So then, Logan wakes up out in the driveway, freezing, comes back in, and cuts her free.
Yeah.
But then what does he do after that? Cuts her free, and then he leaves her
Yeah, and then
and like goes somewhere. Down
grabs the
basement.
knife, and is looking for the guy. Meanwhile, like, if you're borderline hypothermic, your lips should be blue. You should have frostbite on your face.
He's shivering a little
You
bit.
shouldn't be able to hold a knife in your hands because you can't close your hand.
And why wouldn't she just stick with him?
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't she just, as soon as he cut her free, do not leave his side?
No.
Travel together.
Like, and what are you doing? And so he goes into the basement looking for this guy, and then he stabs his mom.
Because she
How did
sneaks up
she
on him.
get down there?
Exactly. Because like she was down there before he went down there because she was screaming for him.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Mom, where are you?" And then she sneaks up behind him and goes, "Logan." and he freaks out and stabs her. I'm like, what is this part of the diabolical plan?
Yeah, like
That's like a 1 in a million chance that
Yeah.
that's going to happen.
yeah. So dumb. And then she tells him to run, and then he runs, and then all this time I'm thinking your car's outside with its hazards on, meaning the keys are in the ignition.
Yeah, it's running.
Push Chris's body out or over and say bye.
But instead, the killer gets a hold of him, knows he has contact lenses in because it's nighttime and most people sleep with their contacts in, right?
Yeah. And knocks him down and takes his contacts out of his eyes.
One at a time.
And then he's like, run now.
Yeah, run. So, and then he runs till the morning. So
Yeah.
he runs, hops over a tree. Buddy's right behind him, too.
Yeah.
He's very close. You can see the flashlight. Hides behind a tree, and who shows up? Crazy fucking Martha. Just having a good old night walk, going,
Yeah.
staring at the sky and walks away. I'm like, what was the point of her even being in that scene?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Like, no.
She was a pointless
point.
character. She was a useless character. There was no point in having her in the movie.
Yeah.
I thought she was going to save them.
Yeah.
Or maybe she was the killer.
Yeah.
She was nothing. She had nothing to do with this movie.
All the characters had nothing to do with this movie.
And then, he chases him to daybreak.
Yeah.
So he finds a river, starts drinking water. And then he sneaks up on him and is like, that's where.
Strangles him.
Does he, though?
Well, yeah, because he kills him somehow because he's
They
dead.
don't even, because I'm like, oh, he's going to choke him to death.
Yeah.
Doesn't even put his hands on his throat.
I know.
I'm like, what is he? And then
He just screams and then it's silent and then we see his dead body. And I'm like, really? And that's it.
And then we end on a shot of a black Bronco driving down the road. I'm like, oh, we're gonna see the killer.
Yeah.
And he just
Nope.
drives down another laneway, and there's a shot where it says "open house this way." I'm like, so we're supposed to
Pointless.
believe this is just some random dude who goes to random open houses, lives in them for a week,
Yeah.
and then kills the people that live inside
Yeah. Like,
with no motive, no reason, no explanation.
I know. And we don't even see him.
No.
So,
See, there was one shot, and I almost rewound it just to pause it so I could see what the dude looked like. There's
Mm-hmm.
one shot where he punches her, and you see his face for a fucking
yeah.
flash frame. And I was like, do I really care enough
to rewind.
to try and figure out who it is?
Yeah.
I don't. I just wanted it to be over. I didn't want
Yeah,
to
that's
rewind the
fair.
10 seconds to check. Like, I don't want to. This movie was this was one of the shittiest movies I've ever seen.
Yeah. Like, when you think of shitty horror, I challenge you to watch this. If you think you've seen the shittiest horror movie ever, you haven't. Watch this.
There are movies that we've covered that I go, I'd rather watch that than this. I'd rather watch Titanic 2 again.
Yep.
That movie was bad.
I'd rather watch Battleship again. I'd rather watch Pixels again.
And that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
This was bad.
I'd rather watch The Ridiculous 6 again.
Oh my God, I don't know about that.
And I think that it, like, for me, was the most torturous movie for me that we reviewed.
Bad. They could have put a shitting donkey in this one.
And that would have made it better. Yeah.
This movie could have easily been made better, though.
Oh, yeah.
Easily.
There were so many missed opportunities if they just, like, gave us plot, gave us backstory.
Some chemistry between the actors.
Yes,
Like, do
flushed
a
out the
better job
characters.
casting.
Yeah.
Just a better job casting with some real solid actors
Mm-hmm.
who can actually connect with each other would have improved it immensely.
Yep.
Because like I said, the cinematography and the editing was pretty good. It wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. And like the kid was a runner. He should have been long gone. That guy
Yeah.
shouldn't have caught him.
Yeah.
He never that's the whole thing was that they touched on his running 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. But he
Maybe
didn't-
they're trying to explain, with the high altitude, maybe he can't run as far. That's why he got sick. Maybe that's why he got caught in the end. But he could have just made it anywhere. That this dude
Yeah.
was obviously a full-grown adult, a big guy, heavy-footed,
Yeah.
who couldn't be a long-distance runner.
No.
Not a chance.
No.
So there's just so many things they could have done. Like, it shouldn't have stabbed his fucking mom. That was dumb.
I know. They're literally, this whole movie shouldn't have happened.
No.
And
It was a Netflix original.
yeah.
So this gives me hope. It means we can write some shitty movie and get it produced by Netflix.
Yeah, honestly.
I got some ideas.
I
Some
think
ideas.
I've been seeing so many more Netflix original titles because like NBC is coming out with their own streaming network. So is Disney. So like The Office is leaving Netflix next year and all the
Marvel
Disney
stuff is Disney
all
stuff.
Marvel and Star Wars and Disney. So Netflix has to like pump out Netflix originals all the time now. And this one was not good.
Do you have Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
Have you watched The Boys?
No, but it looks good. I saw a movie the other day. I saw Hobbs and Shaw. I really liked it. It was
Really?
fun. Yeah.
My sister saw that when I was home. She said it was entertaining. So
Yeah.
there's a couple cheesy moments,
Yeah.
cheesy scenes, but it's like pretty good, pretty funny.
Yeah, it was really funny, and there were definitely a few like classic, ridiculous Fast and the Furious moments where I was just like, okay. But it was a blast. That movie, for anyone who hasn't seen it, I'm not going to spoil it, obviously, but stay till the end because that has 4 post-credit scenes, like a goddamn
4?
Marvel movie. Yep, there's a post-credit scene like right after the initial credits of like the stars, and then there is like 2 mid-credit scenes, and then an post-credit scene like right after every single credit has rolled.
They'll indicating like sequels
Yeah,
and spin-offs.
not spin-offs, but
Just
sequels.
Hobbs, Just Shaw, their own movies.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I'll wait till it comes out on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
The Boys though.
Good.
It in a nutshell. It's 8 episodes. In a nutshell, what it is, 8 1-hour-long episodes too. Carl Urban
I
is
love
fucking
Carl
phenomenal
Urban.
in it. He's so good. He's got this one scene where he's like, "Listen, you can take the blue pill and you can stay in the, you can do this thing and you stay in the matrix. You do that, or you take the red pill. Oh wait, is it the blue pill? I can't remember. Whichever one it is that stops making you be a cunt. Like, which pill do you want me to take? Just stop being a cunt." Like, Jesus, I had to watch that scene twice and it made me laugh so hard. Stop being a cunt. But it's great. I binged it. What it is in a nutshell, basically, is I won't ruin anything. I'll just say if superheroes were pieces of shit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you get to see like the other side of superheroes. Like if they're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna be a piece of shit.
Cool.
It's pretty
I
good.
like that.
It's really good. I got sucked in after the first episode. I watched like 3 the first night, then 2, then I watched 4 in one night.
Whoa.
Like last Friday, I was like, fuck, I'm just gonna finish it. I'm gonna finish it. And it was good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a great one. There's what else am I watching? Can't remember what else I'm watching. Oh, I tried to watch the live action Aladdin. I couldn't do it. I made it to the second song, was like, nope. I was expecting it to be less musical, like not like the cartoon. Apparently, it's exactly like the cartoon.
Yep.
I'm like, I don't want to watch a fucking remake of something I really enjoyed.
I know.
And I don't want to watch Will Smith sing.
Oh God. He was doing his like rap singing,
It was
like
not- it
his
was not
Fresh
good.
Prince.
The opening song, I was like, ugh. And
I
then
know.
the Aladdin character started singing the song like the one two and I was like, God, shit, no. I turned it off. It was 10 minutes in and I turned it off. I'm like, I don't want to watch this.
Oh,
It's horrible.
no.
I downloaded it, so it doesn't matter. And I also
This one-
downloaded Rocket Man, but I haven't watched it yet.
Ooh.
I'm gonna watch Final Space tonight.
Oh yeah.
Season
it's
2 is airing on
back.
TBS.
Right.
It's 9th episode tonight.
I keep forgetting that TBS is still a network.
It's still a thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. So this movie could have been better.
So much better.
What do you rate this movie?
Fuck. Can I even like give it a rating? I'm trying to think of the lowest rating I've ever given and make it lower. Like I will give it half a bowl of cereal out of 25. And the half is for the editing and the cinematography that didn't involve useless shots of scenery or other shit. Like, I have never been this. I did not read any trivia for this movie. This was the only movie where I was like, I could not care less. I don't give a shit about any trivia. I don't want to know anything extra about this movie. If someone asks me, can you tell me something about Open House? It sucks.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I want to say. I don't want to go on a tangent about all this goddamn useless trivia that's in my brain.
I'm gonna give it 1 Open House cookie out of 20 batches of unbaked cookie batter.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
It's very small.
Yep. That's how bad it is, guys.
I just find it amazing that we're never going to run out of shit to talk about on this podcast.
No.
Because they're constantly making terrible, terrible movies. This being one of them.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Yes. Thank you,
Making
Netflix.
such bad
Thank you, Netflix. This episode is brought to you by terrible Netflix movies.
Hopefully there's not many.
This episode is brought to you by Sighs. Breathes in, exhales, inhales, breathes out. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Well, everybody knows where to find us. I changed my
Yeah.
Instagram name.
Did
It's
you?
just Jeff Olarnik now.
Whoa.
It's because Zach Russo was like, I don't like what's up with your Instagram name? I'm like,
handle.
well, I'm a singer, but I never sing on Instagram. So I was planning on it, but I never did. That's how it goes. It's
Yeah.
the way of the road.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm going to start doing, you'll like this. I'm going to start doing ASMR. Tyler and I were talking about it on the podcast last week. I was like, what exactly is it? Because I know you'd mention it. And he's like, it's just when you're whispering in the mic, doing things like this. I have my buddy gave me a giant roll of bubble wrap, little tiny bubbles too. So I'm going to do true stories and bubble wrap for my first episode. Let's tell a story, then I'll go, now I'm going to take a little break and just pop some bubble wrap for you. Should be interesting.
I always think of ASMR as trying your hardest to like tickle the inside of the listener's ears. just send a shiver down your spine and get a little tickle in your eardrum.
Just a little eardrum tickle.
Yeah.
It's just, there's
like an earworm to make you so uncomfortable.
there are people on YouTube. There's a girl that has 2.1 million subscribers doing ASMR.
Yeah.
Another one, 900,000 plus.
Jeez.
It's crazy. I figure I'm going to give it a try. See what
Yeah.
happens. You heard it here, folks.
Oh my God.
I will be producing an ASMR video at some point. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Well, all right then. How about we end it there?
Yeah.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
This is Real Garbage.